We're here with Representative Mike Simpson. Mike, who won the debate tonight?
The people of Idaho won the debate tonight. I think debates are important so that people know what candidates are running, why they're running, and their views on various issues. So ultimately, the people of Idaho won tonight.
Okay. Now, your challengers have hit you on your TARP vote. Obviously, you're aware of what happened in Utah yesterday with Senator Bob Bennett. Does that concern you at all about the political environment of Idaho, which is also ultra-conservative?
Well, ultimately, I know that a majority of people in Idaho are opposed to the TARP vote. That concerned them. I thought it was absolutely necessary to do something to free up the credit system in this country. If we didn't do anything, we were going to have a collapse that would have made, as some economists have told us, that would have made the Great Depression look like a holiday. So, you know, sometimes you have to make tough votes. Mm-hmm. That's the way it is. But Senator Bennett had also some other problems. He introduced a health care bill that was, as they tell me, worse than Obamacare in the past and some other things. So I think there was a lot of things that added up to his defeat yesterday.
Now, obviously your challengers who have not served in Congress and have been through the experiences that you have faulted you again for that TARP vote. Do you think that if maybe they had been privy to the information that you had and the testimony by Geithner and was it Paulson?
It was
Paulson and Bernanke. Pardon me. Do you think that they may have changed their opinions or may have changed their opinions?
I don't know if they knew the seriousness, the precipice that our economy was on, and maybe they had other ideas on how you dealt with it. I disagree with those people that said just let them fail, because nobody wants to bail out these big wigs on Wall Street. It's the family businesses out here that would have gone down because they wouldn't have had access to credit and things like that. That's what really concerned me. And maybe they had a different way to try to approach it, rather than just let it fail, just let them fail. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if they would have changed their mind had they had access to that. All I know is that there are very conservative members of Congress, people like Paul Ryan and Dave Campbell and some others that are probably the most conservative people in our conference that voted for it. Mm-hmm. And there are people who are very conservative that voted against it. Our delegation was split. Right. Senator Craig and I voted for it. Senator Crapo and Congressman Sally at the time voted against it. Mm-hmm. So obviously a tough vote, but sometimes you have to make tough votes.
Right.
One of the things that's been surprising to me is how many members of Congress and the Senate have said to me, it really had to pass, but I'm glad I didn't have to vote for it. I'm not that kind of politician. If I think something has to pass, then I'm going to vote for it.
Right, and that's understandable. Now, your primary challenger, Chick Howson, he said that you have voted against the Constitution about 40–50% of the time.
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
Patently absurd. That would mean that I would have voted against the Constitution some 3,750 times. It is the Constitution as he sees it. Mm-hmm. The reality is that I have never cast a vote that I believe is unconstitutional. I take an oath of office that says I won't do that. And just because Chick says something is unconstitutional doesn't make it unconstitutional.
Now, he's advocated for destroying or doing away with the Department of Labor, which many people in Idaho Falls rely on jobs. Department of Energy. I apologize. How do you think that message will resonate with voters who depend on that department for
Well, the
money?
Department of Energy does some pretty good things. He says private contractors can do, or private companies can do things better, but most of the money in the Department of Energy is actually spent with private contractors. Mm-hmm. The people working at the site, BEA, that's a private company doing the research at the INL under the direction of the Department of Energy. CH2M Hill doing the cleanup out there is a private company. So the Department of Energy contracts with private companies to do the work. Doing away with the Department of Energy, I assume he doesn't want to do away with all the work the Department of Energy does. He just doesn't like the Department of Energy. I don't know.
All right, now last question for you. I know you're a busy guy. Republicans have talked about repealing the health care bill. A lot of people say repeal and replace. If it were to be replaced with something, what would need to be in a replace bill, or what would you like to see happen in the healthcare sector of this
Well,
nation?
as I said during the debate, there are several things that are smaller steps that I think we could do and should do. We should allow individuals to buy insurance across state lines if you want to create competition. You ought to allow individuals to be able to deduct the cost of their health care insurance from their taxes, just like a corporation can when they provide it for their employees. You need to get rid of the junk lawsuits so that defensive medicine is an added cost onto the cost of medicine. I agree with the part in the health care bill that actually passed that would allow an individual to stay on their parents' insurance if they so choose, if their parents decided to allow, until they're age 26. I don't have a problem with that. To eliminate the pre-existing condition that's in the current health care bill. I agree with that. So we need to repeal it and then replace it with some things that just make sense.
All righty, thank you for your time, sir.
You bet. Thank you.